Hello, my name is Benjamin Hellmig. I'm working for Egil Bergmann near Munich in Germany. We're part of the Freudenberg group. We're manufacturing high-end sealing technologies, mainly for pumps, compressors and agitators. The day the Berlin Wall fell, I was only 9 years old. First people were allowed to cross the border just before midnight, so I'm sure I was sleeping already. I wanted to become a football player. Unfortunately, I'm not today, but I'm very happy with the job I'm doing. In the Paris Agreement, the whole world has agreed to limit global warming and to fight climate change. CO2 is a well-known enemy, and most of our actions are concentrating on fighting CO2. But next to CO2, there's another gas, which is methane, and which is the second largest contributor to climate change. Methane is also well known as a main component of natural gas. Methane is a very strong climate gas, and its global warming potential is 80 times higher than the warming potential of CO2. So that means when we emit only 1 kilogram of methane, it has the same effect as if we would emit 80 kilograms of CO2. Methane emissions also play a crucial role if we talk about natural gas. So because the more methane we emit during the production and transportation and consumption of natural gas, the worse gets the climate impact of natural gas. So only if we can manage to curb methane emissions, natural gas is a clean bridge to renewable energies. One source of methane emissions are centrifugal compressors. Centrifugal compressors are used to pump big amounts of gas through pipelines or industrial processes. And while doing that, they are leaking some of the gas through their seals. And also, when they are being stopped, they are depressurized, and by doing that, a big amount of gas is vented. So in both events, this adds up to a large amount of methane emissions. So we have developed solutions for both. The first solution is the Cobra DGS. The Cobra DGS is a compressor seal which completely eliminates seal leakages during normal compressor operation. And it is supplied with high pressure nitrogen. So instead of having a leakage from the compressor housing to atmosphere, with the Cobra DGS, we have a very small nitrogen leakage, more or less from atmosphere into the compressor housing, which means zero emissions through the seals, zero methane emissions. The second solution we have is the Rotec booster. The Rotec booster is a small blower which enables the user to keep the compressors pressurized during a stop. So there's no need anymore to depressurize the housing and vent big amounts of gas. And the best thing is we can use both solutions on new machines, but we can also use them on old and existing machines. So there are potentially thousands of compressors we can upgrade with this new technology and make them working cleaner. So essentially, the Cobra DGS is the first compressor seal which enables emission-free sealing up to very high pressures, up to 160 bars. So just for comparison, a car tire is filled with 2 bars. And more or less the difficult thing is to find and to calculate the right shape of the sealing rings, which are rotating against each other with about 140 meters per second and only with a gap of just about 2 to 3 microns. And also for comparison, this is only 1/30th of a human hair. The Rotic booster is the first rotating seal gas booster in the market, and in contrast to its reciprocating predecessors, it is designed to operate for a long period of time without any problems. So the key component of the Rotic booster is a special magnetic coupling which has been developed to seal pressures up to 1000 bar, and most important, does not produce any heat when operating. So there are excellent technologies available, but what makes me worry a little bit is that they are not being used on a global scale, and my wish would be that there's a big motivation from everybody that such solutions are being implemented, and that they are used to achieve the targets of the Paris Agreement. Our inventions will help to limit global warming significantly. My family, if they would exactly know what I'm doing, I'm sure they would be proud of me.